Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's that proud black woman again, and thank you so much for tuning in on another video. So before we get started, you know what to do, right? You have to like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that every time I post new videos, you're one of the first to get notified. And also share with family, friends, your contacts, and everybody that you know, because you never know who this message would help. So today I'm going to be addressing the point that do not let anybody tell you who to hate. Okay? Don't let anybody tell you who to hate. I know you've seen that from the title, so we're just gonna go right into it. So we've been talking about racism, this, racism, that, but have we ever sat down to think that why do we hate people so much because of the color of their skin? Is it the way you grew up? People told you from time that, oh, these people, they're not good, don't mess with them? Or is it that the politicians that come every 4 years are the ones telling you, you know what, Mexicans, they're thieves, they're criminals, don't deal with them? Or black people are thieves and they're criminals, don't deal with them? Or is it that is it you as a black person and your parents have told you, oh, white people are demons, white people, they don't like your progress, white people are all racist? Is it your parents that be telling you that? What I want you to know is that racism is, it doesn't just, like, everybody that is born and not born racist. It's something that was learned. I don't know how to you learn racism, you learn to be racist the same way you can learn to love. So if you learn to be a racist, this doesn't matter what color you are. But however, right now in the Western world in quote, most people that the most concern has been white people being racist, white police being racist against black people. So that's why we're addressing the white people right now. However, the same way that you learned to be racist, that same way you can learn to love. That way you can learn to appreciate other colors. I don't know what it is that people are afraid of. I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, don't let anybody tell you who to hate. We are all humans at the end of the day. I love all the people. Anywhere I work or anywhere I go, I actually do not think about, oh, I'm the only black person here, until somebody actually points it out to me. Like, oh, didn't you notice you're the only black person in that office? Or don't you know you're the only black person wherever I am? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, you don't say. I don't let you tell me who to hate. I don't hate people just because they're white, because you have to give people behind that color, because there's a person behind that color. At the end of the day, we're all humans. So just because somebody's white or somebody's black doesn't give you that stereotype, because at the end of the day, we'll all be working on stereotypes. The same way a lot of white people that are racist are working on stereotypes, the same way black people could be, people from indigenous people could be working on stereotypes about white people, saying that, oh yeah, all of them are racist. I don't work that way. I don't deal that way. I actually go to the depth of what I'm looking at. If somebody is acting in some type of way to me, I don't just go about saying, oh, that person is racist. I have to go to the bottom of it. I have to see, because there's so many signs that you would see that it's somebody being racist, and there's so many signs of people just being jerks. And I don't want to like make that mistake, because I wouldn't like somebody going on stereotypes and about me because I'm black. So the same way I don't want people that are white to feel uncomfortable around me because I automatically label them as racist. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to let people tell me who to hate. Something that I've noticed as well is that some people, when they see you having white friends, they judge you. They'll be like, how dare you go out with this person? How dare you marry from the white race? You can marry from wherever you want. It's your concern. It's your business. It's like, why are we so filled with hate? I don't get it. Somebody was asking me, because I posted something on Instagram saying, ask me a question, like ask me any question, and somebody had told me that what do you feel about interracial dating? The truth is, I don't feel any type of way about it. You can marry from wherever, you can date from wherever. We're all humans. You look at that person's personality. You don't look at their race, you don't look at their color. Of course, you might look at, oh, this person is pretty. Like, I don't care where you come from. Either you're black or you're white or you're brown or you're yellow, whatever. All of these terminologies came about by people trying to categorize the race to show that one is superior and one is not superior, and if you don't fall under this categorization, then you're at the bottom of the ladder. So don't let people tell you who to hate. I feel like most of these problems, politicians causes as well, because if you look at, I'm not going to mention the name, but if you look at America now, you can see that because people want to win the election, they're inciting so much hate in people. They're inciting so much hate. And also people as well who are like, I don't know if you're bored, you don't have anything to do with your time, so you're listening to these people. You're actually in the 21st century taking those advices and putting it to play in your life. Like, seriously, are you going to, at the end of the day, this person is just saying all these things so that they can get into the office? Sorry, mind my French, they don't give a damn about you. They're just saying it so that they can get your votes and skedaddle. At the end of the day, when you hate, what does it bring to you? I feel like you're also a victim yourself. I feel like you're a victim yourself if you're allowing yourself to be enslaved by hate. Life is so short. Why are you wasting your precious time that you should use to cultivate love in your spirit? To be able to use that love for your family, use the love for yourself. If you don't have anybody to love, love yourself. Like, look at yourself and say, oh, damn, I'm pretty. Rather than wasting it on hate, like, what do you gain? Like, seriously, what do you gain? If you look at somebody and be like, you're white, I don't like you, or you're black, I don't like you, or you're brown, I don't like you. What do you gain? First of all, it doesn't take anything out of that person. It doesn't reduce that person. As far as I'm concerned, it's reducing you. It's going to give you high blood pressure. It's going to make your inside all messed up because you're just wasting your time on hate. Any kind of emotion, negative emotion, go ask psychologist or go ask your doctor. It has a way of taking its toll on your mental health as well. So life is too short. Enjoy it. Don't look at people's color. Yeah, if I see some white people, I would appreciate, oh yeah, you look good. It's not because you're white, it's just because you look good. If some people see me and they feel like I look good, yeah, I look good to them. So don't just judge people because somebody told you that that person is not good. I want to make something clear. Don't feel guilty about your color. Don't feel guilty about your color. For example, slave trade happened 400 years ago. What the ancestors of Americans and whoever took slaves did is horrible. It's really horrible, but it wasn't your fault. So don't feel bad about what your ancestors did. At the same time, what happened to my people, black people, that they were taken from their homes in Africa and brought here to labor and get killed and get mutilated, is extremely, extremely horrible. So at the same time, we shouldn't make ourselves enslaved by that memory. However, we all know that that has a way of taking its toll on the way we live, the way our mental health is. So I feel like at this point, all we need is harmony. We have to come together. You white people, you brown people, you black people, yellow people, let's just look to the brighter future of a human race, of a united human race. Let us forget about this person is superior, this person is subordinate, all that total BS. Let's just move ahead. When you meet people, I don't know what it is. Stop looking at color. I don't do that. And I feel like a lot of people I know don't do that. But until we start to change the policies, until we start to acknowledge that people actually feel uncomfortable in their own skin and look for ways to make this go away permanently by changing policies. A lot of this has been institutionalized since donkey years ago, like 400 years ago, 300 years ago, 100 years ago. and nobody has actually taken the time to look at these policies and change them. That's where we have those systemic bias. So whoever is implementing those laws or policies, their hands are kind of tied. So until the lawmakers, these politicians that come to us every 4 years for our votes, until they start looking into all those policies, all those laws, and start changing them before things actually begin to change in the entire world. Like, the world is so filled with hate. You know, and I don't mean to preach, but I'm a Christian, and it says the heart of man is desperately wicked. So there's so many people that their hearts are so wicked, and then when you go out there as a politician and you start spreading this hate, it falls in that fertile evil soil in those people's heart, and they take it to heart, and it germinates, and then they go out killing people, they go out being mean to people, they go out doing all this sort of unimaginable things. So please be careful what you say. Stop spreading hate. And that's for those people, politicians or whoever. But talking to you as a person now, you're grown up. For crying out loud, don't let some people come to you and tell you who to hate. You should be able to use your own head, your own gumptions. Imagine yourself living a life where you don't have to worry about people's color. You don't have to worry. You see everybody as humans. At the end of the day, some people get mad when we're talking about Black Lives Matter. Oh, all lives matter. Of course all lives matter. Why don't you sit down and think beyond the literal meaning of what we said? Maybe you'll feel better if we said Black Lives Matter too. Because what we are saying is, for so long, Black lives hasn't been taken as a priority. It hasn't mattered so much. People just take the lives and go scot-free without nothing happening to them. So now we're saying, well, don't look at us as those slaves. Look at us now as humans, that our lives now, like, you should know that our lives matter. You can't just take our lives and nothing gets done about it. So that's what they're saying. They're not saying, oh, only Black lives matter. They're saying Black lives matter too. So look at that. Don't get furious. Don't get mad. Like, I still feel like people don't get it. People don't get it. Stop looking at the literal meaning. Think about the in-depth meaning, the deepness of that word, that we are humans too. We deserve the same human rights as everybody else. We deserve the same human rights, the same treatment. Some people, if you get married from other races, they disown you. I've seen people from my community where when you are dating a white girl, they kind of talk down to you. They make you feel like you have done the horrible thing. Like, they make you feel like I don't even know how to say. They just make you feel so bad about yourself. Like you've stabbed them in the back. Like you're bringing down your own community for going outside your race to marry or to date. That's wrong. You don't, like, one way or the other, you're also inciting hate. And the same way that you don't want other races to incite hate on you, don't incite hate. You might not see that as you being inciting hate, but you are. Don't tell your kids, oh yeah, you can marry a white person. Oh yeah, you can marry a black person. Oh, you can marry a Chinese person. Oh, you can marry whoever. They know what they saw before they went to date that person. They saw the person, not the color. So why don't you also sit back and try to find out what they saw that made them say, you know what, I'm going to marry this girl, I'm going to marry this guy. They're grown up, for crying out loud. For them to make those decisions, I'm sure they've weighed the pros and cons. So don't make them beat themselves up because, oh yeah, I don't know what my mom is going to say, I don't know what my dad is going to say, and then they go get married without inviting you to the wedding because they know you're not going to support it. Let's stop inciting hate, and also let's stop listening to those inciting hate. Don't let people tell us what to do, what not to do, who to hate and who not to hate. Let us all live together as one human race. Not the black race, not the white race, not the yellow race, not the brown. Who the heck even came up with all that nonsense? Who did? Who did? For crying out loud, look at my skin. Is that actually black? No. If you look at black, my steering is black. My shirt is black. Yeah, I'm darker skinned, but I'm not black. The same thing with the white people. Who the heck came up with that as well? Yeah, they don't have melanin in them, so their skin is pale. But is it actually white? Guess what? This is white. Okay? This is white. Is there anybody that looks like this? No. The Chinese people, the Asian people that are called yellow. Really? Guess what? This is yellow. Does anybody look like that? No. Fortunately, I have all the colors in my car. I want to talk about people, the indigenous people. They call them red. What the heck is red? Guess what? This is red. How dare you call people red Indians? This is red. Is anybody that red? No. So let's stop this nonsense now. It's the human race. Everybody are humans. Okay? Everybody are humans. Let's love them for who they are and not because of their color. Let's not hate them for their color. Okay? It's a different thing to hate people for what they did to you, you know, on a personal level, but not just because they're black and you be like, I hate that, and you just want to shoot them. The government, the politicians, look into all these laws that are donkey years old, 100 years old, 200 years old, for crying out loud. Laws should be dynamic, not static. So change all those laws. For how about looking into the right of human beings? Those should be priority. Those should be priority. When you look at the way that the worst thing that people say to us, they'll say you're monkeys. The other day, I think it was last year, where there's a child in South Africa and he put on a shirt, I think for H&M or some, I don't know what brand it was, that says the coolest monkey in the jungle. People went bunta on that because it holds this great history where people, black people, are being called apes. Guess what? In the evolution theory of evolution, everybody are apes. According to that, we all came out of apes from Africa. So which means either you're white, you're brown, you're Chinese, you're whatever, you all came from Africa as apes. So stop calling some people apes or not, okay? And thinking about it, I don't know if you've seen the video of, maybe I'll try to put it up here somewhere, where this gorilla was dragging a child in some water. I don't know how that gorilla went in there, and the gorilla got shot. Animal rights people, they started protesting about that, and now they're thinking of changing policies. They're trying to figure out how did the child get here in the first place, and they're thinking of changing policies so that something like that won't happen again. If you could do that for a gorilla, you should be able to do that for human race. Okay, you should be able to do that for human race. So think about all these things, people. Let's forget about, like, I don't want my kids to grow up in this kind of world where we always look at people's color. I want them to grow without having to worry about that. Let us all just be one big happy family. Let's move past the hate. It's nobody's fault what happened in the past, but it's your fault for what is happening now if you don't put a stop to it. Okay? It's your fault what is happening now. If you're hating people now, saying go back to your country now after 400 years, guess what? It's not your country either. You took it from some people called red Indians. Okay? So it's nobody's country. If you want to look at it, it's all those people called red Indians. It's their country, which you took away from them. So let's forget about all the hurts, all the pains in the past. I think our ancestors were messed up. I don't know what was going on in their head, but that was the way of life back then. But now that's not the way of life now in the 21st century. So let's move past all the hate. Let's move past all the pointing of accusing fingers. Whatever happened in the past stays in the past. We're not going to forget it. We're going to make it stay there, and we're going to think about how can we make the future better? How can we make the present better? So it's not, as I said, it's not your fault what happened, what your ancestors did enslaving people in the past. But if you're still hating on people now in the present, then it's now your fault. Whatever you're doing now is your fault. So change it. We can't change it for you. You have to change it. You have to not let politicians come and screw with your head. Okay? Thank you for watching my video. So this was not an attack on any race, as you can see from what I've said. It's just I'm tired of watching videos every day about people hating on people just being ignorant, plainly ignorant. Let's forget about all of that. If you want to marry, if you want to have a girlfriend from the white race, from the yellow race, from whatever race it is, it's your choice, it's your decision. Go ahead. You love that person? Go ahead. You're one of the ones that are saving the future generations, if you don't know. If you like somebody and you come together as one and the person likes you back, don't listen to people saying, oh, so you're gonna marry a white girl? Oh, so you're gonna marry a black guy? You can date from wherever. You can date from whatever. If you're okay with it, it's your life. You make the decisions. Don't let anybody tell you who to eat. And I want to leave that as a food for thought. Don't let anybody show you who to hate. Okay? The same way that you can hate people, you can put the same energy into loving people, into bringing people together. So, as I said, it's been so hot here in Toronto. I don't know where you live. Try to ensure that you take rest as at when due, and always be hydrated. Okay? You don't want, because a lot of people actually die due to the heat stress and stuff. So drink water, take a walk when the weather is cool, maybe sometime in the evening. Take a walk, cool your head down. Don't think about hating anybody. Okay? Love your life, love other people. The same energy you give to people will bounce back to you. If you're giving hate to people, hate will come back to you. If you're giving love to people, love will definitely come back to you. Let's just appreciate one another. Let's appreciate ourselves as human beings, and let's look forward to a future where nobody sees any color anymore. We're all humans and we all live together as one. I love you guys, and I like putting out this content for you. Anytime the idea comes, I never have, like, I think I need to be I need to be writing things down to make sure that the video flows in a certain manner. But a lot of times I'm just entering in my car and the idea comes and I'm like, you know what, let me just rant on this one. So that's exactly what just happened now. I love you guys. See you next time. Remember, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time I post a new video, and share. Okay? Share and comment. I love you all. Bye.